All right, let me set the stage. A giant meteor is getting ready to hit the world. Yep, it's Armageddon. And this is one of those movies where there's a number of different stories that you can kind of pull away from that both impact leadership and life. Leadership and life. Number one, agendas. How do agendas get in the way of achieving the ultimate result? And what happens if agendas are not aligned? What happens from a team perspective? How does the team create conflict if people aren't aware of what those specific agendas are and when those agendas are not aligned? When that happens, you can create tension, you can create risk, you can create friction in the team, and you get yourself into a situation where, because of a lack of communication, it's really difficult to make decisions. Now, beyond the agenda alignment, if people don't have all of the information, it becomes really difficult for your extended team to make decisions. So when you communicate more effectively with your team, you share your perspective on why you've decided to turn some things off or turn some things on, people will make better decisions. Bruce Willis's character and Ben Affleck's character ran into this in a scene where Ben Affleck decided that he wanted to keep drilling and Harry had turned the drills off. Ultimately, it worked out from getting the oil perspective, but there was a disconnect between the two when it came to making decisions on what to do, when to do, and how. Now, if you surround yourself with a really good team of people, and again, there's a couple of different stories in this one, if you surround yourself with a really good team of people, be comfortable with them making decisions in the field. They just might surprise you. So we talk about agenda and alignment, we talk about communication and decision making, and then the third one, and one of my favorite ones, and this is a line that I go to often, is the one around we are strapped to 400,000 pounds of fuel on a machine made of 270,000 moving parts with a nuclear reactor powering it, all put together by the lowest bidder. How often are you putting things together, going after things with the lowest bidder? And what risk are you taking on by choosing the lowest bidder? How often do you let price get in the way of your decision-making ability when it comes to doing things right as you move forward as a leader? Be careful about the decisions you make, especially if you're going after the lowest bidder. Maybe there's a reason why they're a lowest bidder. It may not be the right fit. So watch out for the lowest bidder. You can have a little bit of fun with that one. Be careful about the way that you communicate with your team. If you're not communicating well, decision-making becomes very difficult. And make sure that there's an alignment across the team around what your specific agenda is, or let's go this way and say what your specific objective is. I hope you're enjoying this series. Armageddon is an awesome movie. I would love to hear a couple of your key takeaways in the context of leadership and business from a movie like Armageddon. And what choices would you make if you knew that there was a meteor coming after us? Thanks. All right, I screwed up. If you made it this far, you get to see another piece added in. I added this in post-editing after I listened to the audio. I forgot to talk about problem solving. And can you imagine someone like me who talks about problem solving all the time, not getting into problem solving when we're talking about Armageddon? You have an amazing group of problem solvers pulled together. Heck, it's probably one of the best group of problem solvers that exist in our country, which is NASA. When you think about the challenges that we've had to overcome as an organization over a number of years, what do you notice about each time NASA looks to solve a problem, at least in the movies? And again, it's a movie, but what do? They don't do this in isolation. They don't have a single person work through a problem on their own. They bring together a group of the smartest people to help solve the problem. And it doesn't matter what their background is. Everybody gets a chance to share their voice. When you bring your team together to help solve problems, you would be amazed at the creative solutions that they might come up with. Now, someone who's leading that problem-solving discussion still has to call bullshit on some things. So make sure that you've got a guide that's going to help move things through. You've got a process to help move things through. But there are a couple of times where they come together as a team to solve a problem. You should be coming together inside your organization as a team. And that is a word that I'm looking at eliminating that should, because there's a little bit of shame associated with it. Imagine what could happen if you and your team came together as a group to solve some of the problems that are happening inside your organization. Problem solving is a team sport. Thank you.